year this year, as we know, with the Platinum Jubilee. But if you are someone who wants to celebrate and make a mark yourself, then this really could be the year for you. Because truly, on this particular year, if you are a company that has been making a product for almost 100 years now, then really what you truly want is a royal warrant. And that is what someone's put forward for their product today. But as ever, which one is it? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here at the very heart of London. I know it's like the attack of the Tributes, isn't it? I thought I'd sit here because I think it looks a nice foliage background. What do you mean? No, it's not. It is. You're getting cheeky. But of course, we have a lot to share with you today. As you can imagine, it's getting busier actually in London. I can see how excited people are now. Lots of bunting and flags and things getting polished and all that sort of stuff. Monuments being cleaned up. Incredible when you think about it. What I'm actually finding really interesting though is when you look down the royal warrants, people that are putting in for a warrant from Our Gracious Majesty the Queen and the royal household. Now this is a thing, if you don't know, that basically you can put your warrant on your product and it really helps sell your product around the world, particularly exporting, as one can imagine. Now I don't know what you call it over in your part of the world, but over here in the United Kingdom, and of course no doubt through the Commonwealth, it's known as Branston Pickle. Now when I was a kid, they had a very famous TV ad called Bring Out the Branston. Now Branston basically is just sweet pickle, vegetables, vinegar, spices, all mixed together, normally served with something like a cheese sandwich, a ploughman's lunch, or my favourite, a hot jacket potato with unsalted butter. You know what I'm saying? Really nice. Now the makers of Branston have put in for their very first, that's right, royal warrants to celebrate 100 years of making this product. Now what's interesting is it started, as I say, just shy of 100 years ago with a very simple recipe by a worker at the factory who came up with it at home and brought it in and said, what do you think to this? Apparently everybody loved it and it became a big seller, such a fast seller in fact, that basically it kept the company going for a long time because some of their other brands dropped off. Now as ever, it's not necessarily English owned anymore, which is a shame. I think it's now owned by the Japanese company, but of course it's still selling well and they don't change the recipe. I've been told, I think it's now made at Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk, and every day fresh vegetables are delivered, chopped up, and the process started as it has been now for almost 100 years. Now we're not quite sure, according to a very good source, as ever we have to say allegedly, whether Our Gracious Majesty the Queen partakes in Branston Pickle, but we do know that Camilla and Charles do enjoy a little bit on the side of their ploughmans. Catherine and William are big fans, but apparently it's only Our Gracious Majesty the Queen, naturally, as the head of the firm, that can give a royal warrant. So let's just hope that this well-loved English brand, which is known, I believe, around the world, finally gets itself out of the pickle and into a royal brand. Are you with me? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.